Buying a home in these Nevada cities in 2025 could be one of the worst financial decisions you'll ever make. From plummeting property values to rising crime, these areas are red flags for any serious buyer. Today, we're exposing the 15 cities in Nevada where you absolutely do not want to be purchasing any property this year. Reno might bill itself as the biggest little city in the world, but when it comes to buying a home in 2025, that title comes with big risks. Once considered a cheaper, calmer alternative to Las Vegas or California metros, Reno has seen a sharp transformation, and not all of it for the better. Home prices surged over the last 5 years, peaking in 2022 when tech companies began moving into the region and remote workers flooded in from the Bay Area. But now that boom is turning into a bust. In 2025, the median home price in Reno hovers just under $530,000, far out of reach for many locals whose wages haven't kept up. As a result, demand is softening fast, inventory is rising, homes are sitting on the market longer, and sellers are slashing prices. That might sound like a buyer's market, but it's more like a flashing red warning sign. Reno's job market, especially in tech and logistics, has started cooling. Companies that expanded too quickly are now laying off workers or downsizing. Add to that the rising cost of living, from utilities to groceries, and you've got a city where affordability is deteriorating despite falling home prices. Wildfire smoke from California continues to affect air quality, and climate concerns around drought and water availability are making some buyers hesitant. Combine that with a downtown that's struggling to attract foot traffic and businesses post-pandemic, and it becomes clear. Reno's once hyped future is now uncertain. Buying in Reno in 2025 might seem like getting in on the ground floor of a recovering market, but you could just as easily be catching a falling knife. Henderson has long been seen as the polished, upscale counterpart to Las Vegas. With clean streets, planned communities, and a reputation for safety, it's attracted retirees, young families, and out-of-state investors for years. But in 2025, the housing market here is flashing serious warning signs, and buyers should think twice before putting down roots. The median home price in Henderson currently sits around $545,000, significantly higher than both the national average and even neighboring Las Vegas. That price tag was once justified by demand from Californians relocating for lower taxes and warm weather. But now, demand is drying up fast. Interest rates remain high, remote work has slowed, and Henderson's once booming appeal is starting to fade. Homes are staying on the market longer, and price reductions are becoming more common, especially in higher-end neighborhoods like Anthem and Seven Hills. Another concern is overdevelopment. Henderson expanded aggressively during the pandemic housing boom, with new subdivisions, strip malls, and retirement communities popping up across the desert. But that rapid growth wasn't backed by long-term infrastructure improvements. Water scarcity remains a major issue in southern Nevada, and while Lake Mead levels have stabilized slightly, future shortages could drive up costs and drive out residents. Additionally, Henderson's reliance on the Las Vegas economy is a double-edged sword. If tourism or gaming revenues falter, job losses in hospitality, construction, and logistics will hit Henderson hard. The city also faces rising property taxes, mounting traffic congestion, and schools struggling to keep up with enrollment demands. In 2025, Henderson may look like a safe suburban dream, but under the surface, it's a city weighed down by inflated prices, overexpansion, and growing economic uncertainty. Buying now could mean locking yourself into a property that loses value fast. Las Vegas might seem like an unstoppable real estate machine. Bright lights, endless entertainment, and year-round tourism. But beneath the glitz and glamour, the city's housing market in 2025 is showing serious cracks. For anyone thinking of buying a home here, the risks are growing, not shrinking. Right now, the median home price in Las Vegas hovers around $430,000, which is high considering the volatility of the market and the city's dependence on tourism and service sector jobs. During the pandemic, prices soared as Californians flooded into the city looking for cheaper living. Developers rushed to build, and investors snapped up properties hoping for quick returns. But that wave is crashing. Mortgage rates remain elevated, demand is cooling off, and many recent buyers are already seeing their property values flatten, or worse, decline. Foreclosures are starting to creep back into the picture, especially in neighborhoods on the outskirts like North Las Vegas and Spring Valley. In many cases, people simply overpaid for homes that aren't worth what they cost. The job market in Las Vegas is also fragile. The economy here is heavily reliant on casinos, tourism, and entertainment. A national downturn or international conflict could gut visitor numbers, leading to layoffs and defaults. That's not speculation. It's happened before. And with water concerns growing and the Southwest's long-term livability under question, Las Vegas is looking more like a gamble than a sure thing. Combine all that with rising utility costs, scorching summers, and overbuilt suburbs that are already struggling to fill homes, and it's clear. Buying in Las Vegas right now is risky business. What once looked like easy money now feels like a house of cards. Don't gamble on missing an upload. Subscribe for better odds. Now let's move on to the next city. At first glance, Paradise, Nevada seems like a dream location. It's home to the Las Vegas Strip, the University of Nevada, and some of the state's biggest employers. But when it comes to buying a home here in 2025, the fantasy is fading, and fast. Paradise is an unincorporated town directly adjacent to Las Vegas, and while it shares the city's lights and luxury, it doesn't offer the same long-term stability for homeowners. The median home price in Paradise is now close to $400,000, but what buyers get for that price is often underwhelming: aging properties, congested streets, and limited green space. Much of the housing stock was built decades ago, and while some areas have been renovated, others are in clear decline. The rental market is also showing signs of oversaturation. Investors flooded the area over the last few years, turning homes into short-term rentals, which drove up prices but didn't increase neighborhood value. Now, as tourism slows and regulation tightens on vacation rentals, many of these homes are sitting empty or selling at a loss. Paradise also faces quality of life issues that aren't visible in travel brochures. Traffic congestion, air pollution, and a rising unhoused population are growing concerns, especially in areas just off the Strip. Crime rates, particularly property crime, remain higher than the national average, and schools in the area continue to struggle, pushing families to look elsewhere. When you remove the neon glow and casino buzz, Paradise reveals itself as one of the least appealing places to invest in real estate in Nevada right now. The risk of declining home values, coupled with inconsistent community investment, makes it clear this isn't Paradise for homebuyers. It's a mirage. Sparks may be just a few miles from Reno, but when it comes to real estate in 2025, this small city is facing its own unique problems. Once considered a quieter, more affordable alternative to Reno, Sparks has seen home prices rise dramatically over the past few years, driven by the same tech-fueled expansion that boosted northern Nevada as a whole. But now, cracks are forming in the foundation, and buyers are starting to back away. The median home price in Sparks is hovering near $450,000, a staggering number for a city that, not long ago, was seen as a blue-collar haven. For first-time buyers and working-class families, the cost is simply too high. But what's worse is that values are beginning to flatten or decline, especially in neighborhoods on the city's outskirts where demand has cooled. Sellers are slashing prices, and new developments are sitting on the market far longer than they did even a year ago. One of the main reasons Sparks is struggling is infrastructure. As the population surged during the housing boom, roads, schools, and city services lagged behind. Traffic congestion is now a daily headache, and public schools are underfunded and overcrowded. Water concerns have also become more prominent as northern Nevada continues to grapple with long-term drought and resource limitations. And while Sparks doesn't have the glitz of Reno or the outdoorsy charm of Lake Tahoe, it still carries a high price tag without offering the lifestyle perks to justify it. Add in a declining job market as tech layoffs ripple through the region, and it's clear why Sparks is quickly becoming one of the worst cities in Nevada to buy a home in 2025. For many, the spark is gone. Elko, nestled in northeastern Nevada, has long been a hub for mining and ranching, drawing residents with its rugged charm and economic ties to the gold industry. However, in 2025, Elko's housing market is facing serious challenges that make it a risky bet for homebuyers. Once seen as a stable small city with steady demand, Elko is now grappling with rising vacancy rates, stagnant home prices, and an uncertain economic future. The median home price in Elko currently sits around $300,000, which may seem affordable compared to Nevada's bigger cities, but it's far less attractive when considering the local economic conditions. The region's heavy reliance on mining means job opportunities are volatile and subject to global commodity prices. As gold prices fluctuate and automation impacts mining jobs, many workers are leaving, causing the population to decline slightly. This population drop translates directly to fewer buyers and renters, pushing home prices downward. In addition, Elko's geographic isolation limits economic diversification. Unlike Reno or Las Vegas, Elko lacks a broad range of industries or large employers to buffer economic downturns. This has created a fragile housing market, where homes can sit unsold for months. New construction has slowed dramatically, but older properties often need costly repairs, which deters many prospective buyers. Infrastructure and amenities also weigh on Elko's appeal. The city faces challenges in healthcare access, education quality, and entertainment options, factors increasingly important to younger homebuyers and families. Combined with cold winters and a less developed public transit system, Elko struggles to retain residents. All these factors combine to make Elko one of the worst Nevada cities to buy a home in 2025. Without significant economic diversification or investment in community infrastructure, housing prices are likely to remain flat or decline, putting potential buyers at risk of losing value in their investments. Mesquite, located near the Arizona border, is known for its desert landscapes, golf courses, and casino resorts catering mainly to retirees and budget travelers. While its low cost of living and warm climate initially attract homebuyers seeking affordability compared to bigger Nevada cities, 2025 reveals a housing market that's losing momentum and raising red flags. The median home price in Mesquite is roughly $350,000, making it more affordable than Las Vegas or Reno. However, the city's heavy reliance on tourism and retirement communities creates a fragile economic base that struggles during broader market downturns. The pandemic exposed how vulnerable Mesquite's economy is to shifts in travel and leisure spending, and the recovery since then has been slow and uneven. Population growth has slowed, with many younger residents moving away for better job opportunities elsewhere. Mesquite lacks diverse industries beyond hospitality and service jobs, which tend to be low-paying and seasonal. This economic imbalance has led to a rise in housing vacancies, with some neighborhoods reporting higher than average empty homes and rental properties struggling to find tenants. Infrastructure and amenities are another concern. While the city boasts golf courses and casino resorts, it lacks the healthcare facilities, shopping, and entertainment options found in larger metro areas. This limits appeal for families and younger buyers looking for a vibrant lifestyle and comprehensive services. Mesquite's geographic isolation also makes it less attractive for commuters or remote workers who want easy access to urban centers. Transportation options are limited, and residents often face long drives to access major airports or hospitals. These factors combine to create a housing market in Mesquite that is vulnerable to price declines and slow sales. For buyers in 2025, the risks of stagnant or falling home values, coupled with limited economic growth prospects, make Mesquite one of the more challenging Nevada cities to invest in right now. Fernley, Nevada, has long been an affordable alternative to the higher-priced housing markets of Reno and Las Vegas. However, in 2025, the city's real estate landscape is showing signs of strain, making it a less attractive option for prospective homebuyers. As of mid-2025, the median home price in Fernley is approximately $415,000, reflecting a modest year-over-year increase of about 5.3%. While this growth may seem promising, it masks underlying issues such as declining affordability and a cooling market. Homes are taking longer to sell, with the average days on market increasing from 38 to 44 compared to the previous year. The city's population is projected to grow from 25,888 in 2025 to 40,000 over the next 2 decades. While this growth suggests potential for future demand, it also raises concerns about infrastructure strain and the ability of local services to keep pace. Additionally, the recent announcement of a 4,300-acre industrial development by Mark IV Capital aims to bring tens of thousands of jobs to the area. While this could boost the local economy, it also underscores the challenges of rapid expansion, including potential increases in traffic and pressure on public services. Fernley's housing market is further complicated by its reliance on federal land for expansion. Proposals to sell approximately 460,000 acres of federal land in Nevada, including areas near Fernley, have sparked political debates. While some see this as an opportunity for growth, others express concerns about the implications for affordable housing and environmental preservation. In conclusion, while Fernley offers affordability compared to larger Nevada cities, the combination of a cooling housing market, rapid growth, and infrastructure challenges makes it a cautious choice for homebuyers in 2025. Boulder City, Nevada offers a unique blend of small-town charm and proximity to Las Vegas, making it an attractive option for homebuyers seeking a quieter lifestyle. As of 2025, the city's housing market reflects its reputation for stability and limited growth. The median home price in Boulder City is approximately $476,000, marking an 11% increase from the previous year. This steady appreciation indicates a resilient market, albeit with modest growth compared to more volatile regions. Homes in Boulder City typically sell after an average of 51 days on the market, suggesting a balanced supply and demand dynamic. The city's population is projected to be around 14,697 in 2025, with a slight annual decline of 0.4%. This stable population growth contributes to the consistent demand for housing, albeit with limited expansion. Boulder City's economy is bolstered by its proximity to Las Vegas and its appeal as a retirement destination, yet it remains somewhat insulated from the rapid growth seen in other parts of Nevada. Boulder City's housing market is characterized by its stability and limited growth, making it a suitable choice for buyers seeking a predictable investment. While the market may not offer the high returns seen in more dynamic regions, its resilience and consistent demand provide a solid foundation for homebuyers, prioritizing long-term stability over rapid appreciation. Winnemucca, located in northeastern Nevada, offers a rural lifestyle with a modest housing market that has seen notable changes in 2025. As of June 2025, the median listing home price in Winnemucca was approximately $449,100, reflecting a 19.8% increase year over year. This surge in prices indicates a growing demand, albeit from a limited buyer pool. The city's population is estimated at 8,391, with a slight gender imbalance favoring males. This small population base contributes to a housing market where properties can remain on the market for extended periods. For instance, in June 2025, homes in Winnemucca sold after an average of 118 days, a significant increase from 46 days the previous year. Economically, Winnemucca's primary industries include mining, agriculture, and tile and small-scale manufacturing. The Humboldt Development Authority projects modest job growth over the next 5 years, with an increase of 164 jobs expected. While these sectors provide some economic stability, the limited diversification may pose challenges for sustained housing demand. In summary, Winnemucca presents a rural living option with rising home prices and limited economic growth. Prospective buyers should consider the extended property listing times and the city's economic landscape when evaluating investment opportunities in this market. Carson City, the capital of Nevada, offers a unique blend of small-town charm and government-driven stability, but it faces growing challenges for homebuyers in 2025. While the city benefits from its political significance and a steady public sector presence, the housing market has become increasingly difficult for many residents to navigate. Median home prices have risen sharply over the past year, pushing affordability out of reach for many first-time buyers and middle-income families. This surge is partly due to limited new construction, which fails to keep pace with growing demand from both local workers and retirees attracted to the area's scenic surroundings. Despite its scenic location near the Sierra Nevada mountains and a generally slower pace of life compared to larger Nevada cities, Carson City struggles with economic diversification. While government jobs provide some economic stability, there is a lack of robust private sector growth to offer varied employment opportunities. This can lead to higher unemployment rates and lower income growth compared to the state's booming urban centers, which impacts housing affordability and demand. Another factor contributing to Carson City's challenges is its aging infrastructure. Roads and public facilities have seen limited upgrades in recent years, which not only affects residents' quality of life, but also discourages new businesses and young families from settling in the area. Public transportation options remain limited, increasing dependence on cars, and contributing to traffic congestion on key routes. Overall, while Carson City has appeal for those seeking a quieter lifestyle and the perks of a state capital, its rising home prices combined with economic constraints and infrastructure issues make it a risky market for home buyers in 2025. Buyers should approach cautiously, as housing affordability may worsen, and resale values could stagnate without significant economic revitalization. Fallon, Nevada is a small rural city that offers a unique lifestyle, but it faces several challenges that make it a risky choice for homebuyers in 2025. Nestled in Churchill County, Fallon has a population of just under 10,000 residents and serves as a regional hub for agriculture and military activity, primarily due to the nearby Naval Air Station Fallon. While this military presence injects some economic stability into the area, it has not translated into strong housing market growth or vibrant community development. In 2025, the median home price in Fallon hovers around $413,500, a figure that might appear affordable, compared to larger cities, but masks deeper concerns. The housing market here is relatively slow-moving, with properties often lingering on the market for over 60 days. This extended selling period reflects a limited pool of active buyers, driven by slow population growth and a lack of diverse economic opportunities outside of the military base and agriculture sector. Employment prospects in Fallon remain narrow, making it harder for new residents or younger families to find stable work that supports home ownership. While there are plans for the Naval Air Station to add approximately 1,450 jobs by the end of 2025, this growth is modest and primarily tied to federal funding cycles, which can fluctuate with national priorities. Infrastructure and amenities in Fallon also lag behind more developed areas. Residents face limited options for shopping, entertainment, healthcare, and education, which contributes to an ongoing outflow of younger generations seeking better opportunities elsewhere. Additionally, rural living means greater distances to essential services and a reliance on personal transportation, which can increase household costs. Given these factors, Fallon's housing market is unlikely to see significant appreciation in the near future. For buyers looking for stable investments or vibrant community life, Fallon presents considerable risks. The slow market, limited economic diversity, and rural challenges all suggest that home prices here could stagnate or even decline, making it one of the more precarious real estate markets in Nevada for 2025. Ely is a small, isolated city in eastern Nevada, known for its mining history and access to the scenic Great Basin National Park. With a population of just around 4,000 people, Ely's remoteness is both a defining characteristic and a significant drawback for potential homebuyers in 2025. The city's isolation from major metropolitan centers limits economic opportunities, leading to weak population growth and stagnant housing demand. Ely's economy historically relied on copper mining, but the industry has declined sharply over recent decades. While there have been some efforts to diversify through tourism and small businesses, economic growth remains sluggish. The lack of large employers and limited job prospects make it difficult for new residents to establish stable, long-term careers here. This weak economic base directly affects the local housing market, causing low turnover rates and minimal appreciation in home values. The median home price in Ely is relatively low, just under $170,000, but affordability comes with trade-offs. Properties tend to stay on the market for long periods due to limited buyer interest, and resale values have been flat or declining in recent years. This makes Ely a less than ideal choice for those hoping to build equity or flip properties for profit. Infrastructure and amenities also pose challenges. Ely's healthcare facilities, schools, and retail options are limited, meaning residents often travel long distances for services many take for granted in urban areas. Public transportation is minimal, and the harsh winters can add to the difficulty of rural living. In summary, Ely's combination of geographic isolation, a struggling economy, and limited housing market activity means it is unlikely to see substantial home price growth anytime soon. For buyers in 2025, the city presents a high risk of price stagnation or decline, making it a poor choice for investment or long-term housing stability. Laughlin is a small resort town on the Colorado River, known primarily for its casinos, riverfront tourism, and proximity to the Arizona border. Unlike larger cities like Las Vegas or Reno, Laughlin's economy is almost entirely tourism-driven. While this once made it a popular destination for weekend visitors and retirees, the long-term outlook for home buyers in 2025 is concerning. The pandemic dealt a heavy blow to Laughlin's tourism industry, with casino closures and travel restrictions causing steep revenue losses. Although the town has seen some recovery, it remains far from pre-pandemic levels. This fragile economic situation means fewer incentives for long-term residents to buy homes here, especially when job security in the hospitality and service sectors remains uncertain. Home prices in Laughlin have been volatile. The median home price is around $250,000, but the market lacks consistent demand. Many properties are purchased as vacation homes or short-term rentals rather than primary residences, contributing to a less stable housing market. For buyers hoping to see home appreciation, the town's reliance on an uncertain tourism economy poses a significant risk. Beyond economic concerns, Laughlin also suffers from limited amenities and infrastructure compared to Nevada's larger cities. Healthcare facilities, education options, and year-round entertainment are sparse, which deters families and younger professionals from settling here. The town's desert climate, with extremely hot summers, also makes it less appealing for some buyers. In conclusion, Laughlin's heavy dependence on tourism, combined with a slow and unstable housing market, creates an environment where home prices are unlikely to rise steadily. For anyone looking to buy property in 2025, Laughlin represents a risky bet, especially for those seeking long-term appreciation or stable community growth. Click the video on the screen to learn more about cities you should avoid.